guys have joined us at an amazing time for SeaWorld because we are celebrating the birth of a brand new baby dolphin. Now she is swimming back and forth, or he is swimming back and forth with her mom right now. So I want to warn you guys, we're not going to do a regular dolphin show today. We're going to do a dolphin baby presentation. Oh, there she is, you guys! You guys, she's only 2 days old. She was born on Monday at 4:30 in the afternoon. So, you guys, SeaWorld has one of the most amazing breeding programs in the world. This calf marks over 175th baby born throughout the SeaWorld parks, and we've only been counting since 1985, so that tells you something. Now, not only are we a world leader in dolphin breeding, but also penguins, puffins, sea lions, sharks, walruses, and killer whales. Now, our mom who's swimming around her name is Melanie. She's 29 years old. This is her third calf that she's had here. She's a very good mom. From the moment her baby was born, she has done a great job of keeping her swimming around the pool. She has to show that baby everything that has to be done. She has to take her to the surface, and the baby does what's called slipstreaming, where they hang in behind mom and just follow along with mom. So we just opened up this pool that's next to us because it's very good for moms and babies to swim throughout the area so they can get used to everything. So I just want to warn you guys that mom can do whatever she wants right now. So she may come in here and she may go back there. So hopefully you guys will get a good chance to see that baby swimming around. Now, as I mentioned, Melanie's 29 years old. This is her third calf. Now, you guys, a dolphin is pregnant for 12 months. That's a long time. I'm glad I'm not a dolphin. Now, we knew that she was pregnant all along. We take bloods on the animals and we do ultrasounds on the animals, and we can see when the baby is growing. So as she approaches the time where it gets closer and closer to giving birth, she starts to slow down. She's getting really big. Melanie put on quite a bit of weight for this baby. Melanie normally weighs 600 pounds, and by the time this baby was born, the last time we were able to get a weight on Melanie, she weighed close to 800 pounds. She's a big dolphin. Now her baby, we're guessing, probably weighs about 30 to 35 pounds because that's normal for a baby dolphin. So these guys, they've been swimming around this whole time. They're doing what we call bonding. Now this is really good. Melanie is taking her pretty much right away after she passed her placenta. They started nursing. So the baby's been nursing pretty much like 4 hours after she was born. So we have only seen great stuff from mom and baby. Now I think MJ is going to try to feed her or call her out here, so hopefully you guys will get a chance to see her. And as I mentioned before, when I'm talking about bonding, at first we pretty much usually like to have mom and baby be alone together, so they have a good chance. Mom can really get used to keeping her baby with her. But then we're also going to very soon bring other animals in, one at a time, so that she can have an opportunity to meet the other dolphins in our back pools. Now, there's a lot of females back there that are dying to meet this baby. You guys, dolphins are just like us. Everybody back there wants to be an aunt to this baby dolphin, and they're all dying to get out here and babysit for Melanie. But we want to take it easy. We want to make sure that Melanie feels comfortable with that. And we also have some younger dolphins, younger females back there, that we'd really like them to see an animal be nursed and raised by a mom. So when it's their turn, they can learn how to do these things as well. So you guys, right before they're born, we're taking temps every day. So when her temperature changes, when it drops 1 degree, that's when we know that the baby is going to be born very shortly after that. Melanie also gave us some other indications. Her eating slowed down a little bit. She all of a sudden decided that she didn't want to leave this pool, which was perfect because this is where we want the baby to be born, because it has these nice long runs where the baby can nurse from. And you have this glass where we can see the nursing happening very well. But literally 24 to 32 hours before her baby was born, she put herself in this pool and wouldn't leave, which was perfect. We knew the time was coming. So that was nice for us. And they started nursing right away as soon as that baby was born. You guys will notice that we have Christina hanging out over here with the clipboard. So as soon as the baby was born, we immediately started taking information on the baby. We're monitoring the baby at all times, and we're making sure that we're counting nursing that's happening. Baby dolphins get colostrum from their mom, just like we do, because they're mammals. And we want to make sure that she's nursing long enough, and that also she or he is actually receiving milk when she or he nurses from mom. You know, so you guys may be wondering, how does a baby nurse in the water, and where do they nurse from on a dolphin? So if you look at a dolphin, you can really only tell a male and a female one way. Down at the lower part of their stomach, they have a genital slit. Now a male dolphin looks like an exclamation point, one long line and a dot. And a female dolphin looks like a division sign. So there's one long line and then two little lines on either side. Now can you guess what those little lines are for? Those are the mammaries, you guys, and they literally are barely, sometimes even an inch long. So how does a baby dolphin that's just born find that spot to nurse from? Well, baby dolphins are born with a mustache. They have a tiny little mustache, little whiskers that help them find that spot to nurse from. And then after they know how to nurse really well for mom, those whiskers start to fall out after a couple weeks to a couple months, and they don't have any more hair on their bodies. I know some of you guys don't know how you can tell a mammal, or that a dolphin is a mammal, I'm sorry, and it's because they are born with a mustache to help them with that nursing. So our baby dolphin right now, she has little whiskers, and it's cute. I keep calling her a she. We all kind of get the feeling it's a girl, but we really don't know. Hopefully we'll know shortly, and I'll tell you more about that later. So, as I mentioned, we're keeping track of all of the nursing that's going on. We want to make sure she's getting milk. So what she does, you guys, is she goes to that spot on mom to nurse, and she actually pushes on that spot with her tongue, and her tongue curls up, and it's got these little frills on the edge, and she puts her tongue right against her mom's nipple, so to speak, and that milk is so thick, so viscous, it shoots through the water onto the tongue of the baby dolphin, and that's how they drink. It's really cool. Now when they pull away and stop drinking, a lot of times you'll see a little burst of milk, and that's exactly what we're looking for, so that we know that they are getting milk when they're drinking. So, as I mentioned before, we're not really sure about the gender. Now, I did mention that we got the placenta from Melanie, and that's probably how we're going to tell whether this is a girl or a boy. We can also tell by looking at her if she would ever come up along the glass and swim sideways with her belly towards the glass, which would be perfect. We would be able to tell if it was a girl or a boy, but we will definitely find that out from the placenta. We've already sent it in for testing to find out whether it's a boy or a girl, and that will help us pick a name for this animal. And we're also going to ask you guys to help us out with that too. Were you going to try to feed her, or is she just not coming out here? MJ, is she coming out at all? No? One time? And that's okay. Melanie's already had quite a bit of food today. I think Melanie's pretty excited to see this back pool and get her baby a chance to see a different pool. And they're also looking at all their kid friends through the gates back there. Like I mentioned, we want to be really careful putting other dolphins in with her because we don't want anybody to scare the baby. Ah yes, when I forget to tell you guys. Have you ever wondered how that baby fits inside of a dolphin? Dolphins are pretty slender, so what a baby dolphin, when they're growing, they're actually horseshoe shaped, where they are kind of curved inside their mom's belly as they're growing. And what it does is it creates these little black lines on a baby dolphin, and they're called fetal folds. Now, right before they're born, they'll start to stretch out and straighten out and get ready, and they are going to be born, hopefully, flukes first, or feet first, because once the tail flukes come out of the mom, they actually sit there for a little while and they kind of stiffen up in the water while mom is swimming. Now when this baby's tail flukes came out of Melanie, they actually hung out of Melanie for almost 3 hours before she finally gave complete birth to this baby. And that's good because that allowed the baby's tail to harden up so that she could swim with Melanie, because everything while she's inside that womb is really soft. The dorsal fin is flopped over and the tail flukes are flopped over to help them be born a little bit easier for the mom. And as soon as they hit the cold water, everything starts to stiffen up. Now, a baby dolphin can be born head first, but it's going to happen much faster if it goes head first, because obviously the minute that their blowhole touches the water, they're going to need to come up to the surface and get that first breath of air. So it is much better for them to be born tail first. So, some of you guys might be wondering how long it takes to train a baby dolphin. They're all very different, and we base it on what their mom wants us to do. Some moms let us start interacting with their babies very early on. Some of them want you to wait a little bit longer. They pretty much start coming over around 2 to 3 months and letting us touch them and do all these things. But to get a dolphin performing in a show like this, we actually have dolphins performing the show when they're 2 years old, 3 years old, 4 years old. Usually by the time they're 5 and 6, they know a full repertoire for a show, and they learn this from us, of course, and from their moms also help them learn these things. So if I'm forgetting anything, you guys, teaching you guys about baby dolphins, we want you to be able to come on down to the come on down. We're going to put some trainers over here. But we would like to remind you that we have all of this stuff on Facebook. So if you go to our Facebook page, you can find out whether this is a boy or a girl. And we would also like your help naming this baby. You guys can give us names if you have any good names to offer. And then when we have the top 3, we'll put that on Facebook, and you guys can vote and possibly help us name this adorable little baby. We hope that you understand that we're not doing an actual dolphin show today, because we want our baby dolphin to be very comfortable and get to know all of these pools. And we thank you very much for coming to SeaWorld. We hope you have a great day. And if you have any questions, we'll be down alongside of the pools to give you guys, answer those questions. Have a good day, guys.
It's a little easier for you to exit out the top 2 or just out the side, guys. You guys want it's easier exit just out the back, like the stairs, or you just go straight out this way?
For your safety and the safety of others, we kindly ask that you refrain from climbing over the seats. Please use the stairs and aisleways as you exit. Once again, please only use the stairs and aisleways to exit. Thank you. For the health and safety of our animals, please do not place your hands over the glass or into the water. Once again, please do not place your hands over the glass. Thank you.